Hey guys, today we're watching There's a Man in the Wood. We're watching There's a Man in the Wood. I'm just doing a little setting real quick. It's basically this story where a man was a teacher and he became the man in the woods. I'm not gonna give you enough details, but we're gonna watch it right now. Oh, I'm sorry. So we're gonna watch it right now, and I'm gonna watch it like I'm just gonna start. I'm just gonna start. All right. That's a nice car. I really love all this stuff.
There's a man in the woods.
Yeah. I don't have any words
What a
except
spectacle.
there's 3 tree causes a
Before
word.
the story started,
Quiet.
this school was still
No,
respectable.
3 trees does not. That's good.
My students used to skip down
No,
the hill to
sorry.
the honeysuckle, pluck a couple, and collect their nectar till they picked their fill. Except one obnoxious kid, Sid, who just watched them eat the flowers while he seethed
Oh
and
my
scowled
God.
because he couldn't bear to share his sweet
Mega
treats
Man.
throughout our recess
Mega
hour.
Man.
I remember Sid saying, "There's a man in the woods."
There's a man in the wood.
That's how the rumors began. Of course,
Okay,
Sid had
that's
spotted
the
him first.
that's the villain right there.
Poor kid.
That's the
He
teacher,
got him
though.
immersed in his spiel about a serial killer whose gun barrel glint hints at peril. A visit to the nurse, or worse, a hearse waiting just beyond the dale. The children saw him everywhere. Look, over there. That man had Batman ears. We swear. And crazy yellow eyes. We saw something rusty. His shotgun? It must be. I saw a lady's severed thigh. Trust me, every word I heard was absurd. Yet each day, Sid would stray down way past the
Ooh,
playground.
he knew.
Who else
He
was
knew.
brave enough
He
to
knew.
save us from the killer's next
He
plot?
knows. I mean, he knows.
The rest of the lot would stop back
He
at Black Tom,
knows.
sure that any closer they were bound to be
There's
found deep in the
nothing
woods,
there.
left to rot. I pleaded for the kids to think
There's a man in
and
the
learn
woods,
to be
teacher.
mature, but after a few more rumors doomed my attempts to prove the school was secure, their fear
I'm
was
getting scared 'cause
undeterred,
it's like
and when the
something
buses
wrong.
drove them all home, the parents finally heard.
There's a man in the
Everything
wood.
just blew up. I
God
received a wall of
dang, that boy's
emails and
rich
calls
because
full
of
of
the
shrieks,
theory.
wails, and all from terrified families who'd
There's a
heard word
guy.
of the murderer and didn't like my lack of action
so
at all.
sorry.
What was I supposed to do? Comb the whole forest? Yeah, right. Would you? That means I didn't care? That's not fair. The stories that worried you weren't true. Of course I would feel regret had there been a real
Damn, he
threat
became
and
a
I
missing
ignored it.
teacher
And some
now.
poor kid got kidnapped while the kids were napping. But you couldn't admit that your good little kid would formulate a fib so you ignored what I said. Your little angels could
Oh my
never cook
God,
up such
bro.
incredible creations. An overactive imagination maybe, but my kid could never lie. How dare I? Accuse a child of being dishonest? Just monstrous. The parents were displeased, and when the PTA took action, they dismissed me from the classroom. Like they knew what was As for their kids. Do you know how difficult it is to get a job when a bitter mom slanders your rep with child neglect from the outset? Now who's in control of your classes? Single file lines? Single file lines.
Oh my
Little
God,
foul
he's
swine,
high.
a killer by the pines. Really? Are you blind? Will you find your spines? Sid, a child decides to fill our minds with lies, and the next thing you see is people treating me
Dude,
like
you
I'm
got
committing
messed up.
crime. I was in my prime. Those kids were lucky to have me. Do you see what you did? But I can play along. I can be good. Do you hear that, Sid? There's a man in the woods.
Alright, we're gonna start it off right there.